Hey guys, it's Lo. Welcome back to another episode of Lo Knows. Now, if you're into benchmarks that stress the heck out of your graphics card at 8K, 4K, even 1080p, I got the benchmark for you. Up next. All right, so Unigine recently came out with their latest benchmarker called Superpostion, and this features their Unigine 2 engine, and you'll remember them from previous benchmarks like Valley and Heaven as far as stressing your graphics card. And what makes this benchmark so unique and good looking too is that it stresses your card 100%, nearly 100% of the times. When I was doing my benchmarks, or at least running the benchmark, I saw my graphics card reach 99%, maybe like once or several times during the actual thing. And also what's different too is that this benchmark, not only is it a benchmark itself where it runs like a series of scenes, but you can also play the benchmark too, so it adds a little interactivity to the benchmark. You have different settings here, different resolutions that you can do it, 1080p extreme, 4K, even 8K, which is ridiculous. I don't know who's running this thing at 8K resolution. You also see here at the bottom on how much RAM is being utilized on your memory card. DirectX, OpenGL, those things are available to you, depending on what graphics card, if you just want to see what's going on. So I think I got a pretty good system. It's not like the top of the line latest system that's out there, but I think it's pretty good, especially for gaming and also content creation as well. But when I first started off, I ran my benchmarks at 1080p extreme, and this is how extreme this benchmark is. At 1080p extreme settings, my lowest frame rate was 20, average 25, highest 29 frames per second. That is crazy. This is on a 1070, and I've got a 5820, and that's it's got 6 cores of processing running at 4.0 gigahertz. I mean, this is a crazy benchmark. Like I said, this benchmark will stress your card even at 1080p. At 2K extreme settings, I got 11 frames per second minimum, 13 frames per second average, and 15 maximum. At 4K extreme, 4 frames per second minimum, 5 frames per second average, 6 frames per second max. Now, you're doing your benchmarks, there's something called 4K optimization, where it actually changes the textures that were within the benchmark. When I set a resolution of 2K and I switched my shaders to 4K optimized, all of a sudden my frame rates jumped up to 60, 74, and 96. What are with these shaders, man? It's like these shaders, it just crushes the graphics card. And then when I went to 4K optimized shaders, my frame rates were 31, 39, and 49. What the heck, man? What are in these shaders that are killing our graphics cards? All right, so after doing the benchmarks, I went ahead, I jumped into the game demo portion of it. We actually walk around the actual benchmark while it's happening. You actually can manipulate some and interact with the environment as well. And at 1080p, 4K optimized shaders, I got over 100 frame rates on this demo. What? Like I said again, what are with these shaders? And then 1080p, switching on the extreme shaders, my frame rates dropped to 26, minimum 28. That's the highest that I could get. 2K resolutions, optimized 4K, using the shaders that were optimized for 4K, 70 frames per second, 90 frames per second max. When I went to extreme, 13 frames minimum, 15 maximum. What the heck? Then I decided to try 4K resolution. At 4K optimized shaders, 42 frames minimum, 43 maximum. And in extreme, 5 frames per second. Ridiculous. Like I said, what are in these shaders? When I switched it to 4K extreme, I could barely even move my mouse. I could barely even get out of the demo. That's how slow, that's how much this thing was chugging at all. So yeah, so check it out. Crazy benchmarker for your graphics card. It will push it all the way to the max. And if you're like me, we really don't play games or anything. Oh, I really don't play games or anything. I just like messing with, building my rig, setting up, and just kind of crushing benchmarks. Yeah, it's a sickness. I know. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Go ahead, check the description down below for a link to get the Superpostion benchmark. And I will also leave you with a 4K benchmarking video of this as well, so you can watch it on your TV or your monitor or wherever. And so you can see what I saw as well. All right, guys, if this video was helpful, go ahead, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch some other videos and catch my other upcoming videos as well. And go ahead, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your system specs are. What kind of results did you get with this? And let's see what's going on, man. How much of a system crusher is this? And if you got a system that can kill this thing, let me know. I want to know what your specs are. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.